So, all right, guys, we got to get this one right. On three, we're going to say, welcome back to Extraordinary Thoughts, put on their mind. One, two, three.
Welcome back to our mind.
And we back.
That'll work right there.
Yeah.
And we back. And we
Yeah.
back. And we back. And we
Y'all did y'all best. And that's all that matters.
Tell that they loud as hell. But she raises her hand. She asks her questions and stuff like that. She talked about just influencing target audience and everything of that nature. I was like, oh, she knows exactly what she's talking about. We talk offline, and the crazy part about it is that the energy, and I'm a strong believer in energy. Energy don't lie. And we're over here talking, we're having a conversation and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God, wow, this is a good conversation. She says that she's done radio. She says that she's done podcasting. She said that she's done YouTube. So I'm like, we should definitely do relationship problems. And y'all already know I've done relationship problems 1, I've done relationship problems 2. And I just felt like coming into season 2, why not? Why not do relationship problems 3? But this time around, why not do relationship problems 3 with somebody that knows a little bit about relationship problems? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and bring in Shenny Solis.
Thank you for that. It was so hard for me to be quiet throughout that whole
Really?
introduction. I wanted
Why?
to laugh the whole time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's our love story. I like it.
Oh God. And it's crazy that we're doing relationship problems and everything of that nature, because we've talked about relationships before.
Yes, we have.
And
Offline.
definitely, well, I mean, offline, online, and everything of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really online, but I mean, in a Zoom call, yeah, I guess. I don't know, but relationships are definitely something that we deal with on a regular basis.
Of course.
But problems in our relationships are something that we deal with on a regular basis.
Right. And then also relationships doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be relationship with our family members. It could be relationship with our coworkers. Every interaction that you have, you're having some sort of relationship.
Absolutely.
With that person.
Of course. And, friendships are relationships.
Exactly.
Co-workers, relationships.
Mm-hmm. Short-term, long-term, regardless, they're still relationships.
Now, if they're romantic, if they're platonic, all of that other stuff, you decide the thing.
Right. But the romantic ones, I think, have the biggest impact in our friendships as well. Mm. And that's why they're always a big topic.
All right. Now, I have a question. What's the longest relationship you've been in?
It was a little over 2 years. 2
years?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
We lived together 2 years. Everyone that knew us thought we were going to get married. That was it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, my question, and this is one question that had been brought up, you see what I'm saying, is that when do you realize that you're in a relationship?
Okay. See, I love that you brought that up because everyone knows talking.
Yeah.
We're just talking. Everyone knows dating. But everyone has a different definition for each, which I have a problem with, because it's my definition of talking could be completely different from your definition. Same thing with dating.
What do you think your definition is?
My definition for talking and dating are different, but I feel like obviously you go from talking to dating, right?
Right.
During the talking phase, it's okay, I'm getting to know you, but there's no commitment, zero. You're still free to do whatever you want. I'm still free to do whatever I want. And during the talking phase, I wouldn't say there could be intimacy, but I would like to not have any sexual relations with you when I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I want to get to know you before I jump in bed with you.
Now, see, I look at talking, dating, and relationship in stages.
Okay.
So we see each other, the energy clicks, we're having a good time, we exchange numbers.
Right.
The moment that we enter a conversation, we're automatically talking. Whether we're texting, conversations on the phone, we're talking.
We're talking.
You know, I'm finding out your favorite color.
Which is the first step.
Yeah, it's the first step. You see what I'm saying? I'm finding out your favorite color, your favorite food.
Because in the talking phase, it could be you could find out oh, okay, you're not who I thought you were.
Absolutely.
Or, that vibe, it fades, it dies. It's whatever.
Now, dating, That's when we actually like go somewhere together.
Right. Now we're interacting with each other. Now we're actually going out on dates. Now, you know, I can start exposing you to my circle of friends and, you know, that sort of.
Oh, that's second level of dating. See, like first level of dating, we're just like meeting up at like a Red Lobster or something of that nature.
Well, see, that's the thing though, is like, yeah, there's levels even in dating, but that's still dating.
Yeah, it's still dating.
It's still, exactly.
Now, see, do you think that you can date more than one person?
Ideally, I don't like to date more than one person. Because to me, it's too much. It's juggling people around. I don't like that. Like, multiple people that I'm talking to, I'm cool with that. And people will say that, oh, you're dating multiple people. No, I'm talking to multiple people.
See, I'm a firm believer that you can date as many people as you want to.
Yeah, which you're right. But me being me, like if I'm talking to you, we're talking, then we get to dating, then I'm going to make a clear cut. Like, look, this is my definition of dating. Then I make that request.
Absolutely.
Like, this is what I'm doing with you. So since I'm dating you, this is what I expect because this is my definition. And that's where I have a problem because since people have a different definition, which we just found right now, between you and I in this moment, these are conversations that need to be had.
Absolutely.
So you can avoid those awkward misunderstandings.
See, and that's the thing is like the misunderstanding, you know, for me would be, you know, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm on a date right now. I'll talk to you later. I won't say that out loud.
Right. Well, yeah, of course, because
that's rude.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I look at it like this. All right. So say, for example, we're at a buffet. There's all this food here. I want to try this. I want to try that. I want to try this. I want to try that before I designate it as my favorite food.
Right.
Because if I say that this is going to be my favorite food.
That needs to be said too, absolutely. Though. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I might be on the phase where like, I already had this. I already had that at the same buffet. So now I'm trying to designate a favorite food, a favorite dish. And maybe I might be eyeballing you. While you over here, your eyeballs are all over the place. Discord there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I see that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much lack of communication and transparency. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to, whether you're talking, dating, trying to settle down, whatever it is, at the end of the day, say that. Just say it. If you're in your whole phase, cool. Say that. Own it.
You know, and I wouldn't even call it a whole phase. I'm in my enjoy phase.
Whatever you want to call it, own it. Own it.
And I call it the enjoy phase because I feel like we just in such a rush to get in a relationship. You see what I'm saying? We in such a rush to wear the matching outfits, to take the pictures, to have the cute. Yeah, you see you rolling your eyes to it because you know it's true. You see what I'm saying? Like we're so in a rush to put relationship goals, but I would rather date multiple people before I commit to one person. Right. So that way I know these people. I know this person. Because what if we actually like get together? Right. You see what I'm saying? We're in a relationship and I really hate you.
Right. And then not only that, what you just triggered for me right now is I feel like, okay, the enjoy phase, because I like that. I feel like that's very important and it's very healthy. The reason being is because, like you said, if say you and I get together, now I could see other people and not be tempted, because I've already tasted that. I've already been, you know, exposed to that or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be as tempted. Like say for instance, like men that don't go through the enjoy phase, I feel like they're more susceptible to cheating because you guys are visual beings. You know?
I get it.
If you don't fall in love with me per se, and you just fall in love with like my physical body or just my face or whatever you want to call it, the visual aspect, then now any woman is potential for you.
I agree. I agree with you on that because, and I'm a strong believer in this because of being in the military. And I mean, you were in the Navy. You see what I'm saying? You've seen it too. Right. Where this is my high school sweetheart and you know,
I'm going to marry them.
We're going to get married. You know, we just graduated high school. We're not even old enough to drink, but for some reason we're old enough to wed.
Right. The nonsense.
You see what I'm saying? And I mean, like, yes, there are some high school sweethearts that have made it to 20 years, 30 years, or something of nature.
So rare.
But not in the military. Not very often. Let me phrase that.
No.
Not very often. Given the deployments, given the field ops, given this and that. So now you grab this person who, I don't know, let's say Wisconsin. You move them all the way to California. They don't know your work schedule, but they are away from their homes. They're away from their friends, and they go online. They see all their friends. They're living their best life, and now she's a housewife. Oh, wait.
And now she resents you.
Oh, wait, I was going to throw in that she's pregnant.
Ooh.
And she's had the kid. So now all her friends who are now in the enjoy phase, you see what I'm saying? We're enjoying, they're enjoying their lives, but you a mom now. Right. You got responsibilities now.
Right.
That's why you're supposed to take your time. Now, speaking of time, though, when do you feel like that we're in a relationship? Could you really even put a timeline on it, though?
I was just thinking about that, honestly, because, there's always, you hear the stories all the time where there's a couple that met a week later, settled down, committed, boom, been together for years.
Absolutely.
Then you have couples. I mean, I knew one that were together for 4 years, and you're waiting for the wedding date. You know what I mean? After 4 years, like, hello.
Oh my God, I've grown up in situations like that where, like, this is their special friend. Like my grandmother, she had a special friend. I'm like, why don't you have that special friend get married before y'all get married by common law?
Right.
And like you said earlier, it's got to be like some form of transparency. You know what I mean? Like a certain level of transparency where we say that we are in a relationship. But I feel like
Exactly. So it's like, if you feel like, if it doesn't feel right, then it's not right. If it feels great, then go for it.
But then again, like it always goes back to the energy. You see what I'm saying? Like, say for example,
energy never lies.
Energy never lies.
Never.
And say for example, I was talking to multiple people, but now those multiple people have now become you. And I'm with you every day, every weekend. As soon as I can get off work, I'm with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, we sitting on the couch watching movies and shit. We going out to dinner. We in a relationship. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but if that's the case with me,
we booed up.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if I'm at your house sitting on your couch, I got my socks off, I'm relaxing with you.
If you have a toothbrush in my house, we together.
Oh yeah. Like, if I'm changing clothes at your house, like, we're in a relationship.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
We're not doing this. If I know your mom, we in a relationship.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're not doing this. Like, you inviting me to family gatherings.
Oh yeah, we're in a relationship.
I'm not you introduce me as your boyfriend.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing this.
And I think that's where also the confusion comes in, is where people be sending mixed signals. Don't introduce me to your family if you don't see a future with me.
Oh, I love that.
Don't do, boyfriend stuff. Don't treat me like wifey if I'm not. Period. Don't put that in my head through your actions. Because again, actions will always speak louder than words.
Absolutely.
I'm always going to watch what you do more than what you say. Period.
I agree.
So don't treat me a certain type of way and then tell me I'm otherwise. Because now we got a problem.
Oh, we're going to have a big problem. A big problem.
You're hurt?
Because if I'm showing up at your family events as your plus one, I'm at your house, I'm buying groceries, I'm cooking at your house.
You putting gas in my car?
And then you going to look at me and tell me that I ain't your boyfriend? Nah. See. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like,
because
and then people have the audacity to call you crazy when you react to something like that. Oh no.
Wait a minute.
You done lost your mind.
Because I could have swore that I was your boyfriend.
Right.
Because I've been doing all of this shit that you would think that we were in a. So, yeah, we in a relationship.
Yeah.
So are we breaking up now?
Right.
We're breaking up now? That's what that is.
This is a breakup conversation, is what this is.
Now, speaking of breakups, exes.
Oh, hey, hello.
Now, let's talk about them. Let's play the X game real quick. And, me personally, and I'm a strong believer in this, is that I do want to know I do want to know about your exes.
Same.
And it's kind of frowned upon because it's like, oh, he's insecure.
Right. And I never understood that. And I think maybe it depends on the questions that you're asking.
What do you mean?
So for instance, like, damn, I can't think of it at the top of my head.
So
like, okay, I'm gonna think that you're insecure if you ask me if your dick is bigger than my ex's.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing, though.
That's
like
those type of questions you shouldn't ask. Like that's a no. I'm not answering that.
I mean, offline, yeah, I would ask. I would ask. It's not an insecure thing, but I just need to know, like
no, you don't need to know.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
No, why?
I don't know
why?
if you was messing with some dude from Kilimanjaro. I don't know who this is.
Why would I want to know if your ex's pussy is tighter than mine?
You see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to come to your house and I see a size 13 up under the bed. Like, all right, man, come on now. Who is this NBA player that you was messing with? But in all seriously, like, I do want to know what was he like? Where is he from?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because in a sense, that tells me a little bit about you that I have never figured out. Mm-hmm. Because you did invest in that person. Mm-hmm. And I mean, shit. We want to see a trailer to a movie that we about to see. We want to see a snippet to a song that we about to hear. Mm-hmm. Hell, we even go to damn Panda Express and ask for a free sample before we put that on the plate. Mm-hmm. So why can't I know about your ex? Why can't I know about a piece of you? Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to make those mistakes.
Right.
And in turn, I want to know what hurt you. Mm-hmm. Because let's be frank here. If I'm with you, my job isn't just not to make you safe, but I want to rebuild. Mm-hmm. I want to make you grow. I want to compliment you. Mm-hmm. But if you're damaged and you can't tell me, that language right there will tell me about it. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. No, I definitely agree with that. And I don't understand why people try to completely avoid, completely dismiss a part of themselves. Because that's what it is. Uh-huh. The more you resist, the more it persists.
Absolutely.
I'll say again, the more you resist, the more it persists. Oh. So the more you resist your past, the more it's going to come up.
Oh, it's going to come up in a relationship a lot.
Exactly. So I'm trying to nip this in the butt. So let's talk about it. You know what I mean? We can take this as slow as you want. We can take this in pieces. However you want to do it, whatever makes you comfortable. But baby boo, we're going to talk about it.
Oh, I completely agree.
Because I want to know, like, what did she do? What did she say? What triggered you? Okay, take that as a mental note.
Absolutely.
So that I'm not that person to you.
And I feel like when you can have that conversation in that type of manner, you avoid a lot of, because let's be frank here, history repeats itself. Mm-hmm. And if you don't heal after a bad relationship, after a bad breakup, you're just going to attract the exact same.
And then not only that, but now it also gives me an opportunity. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Like, we all have baggage, right? But let's be real. There's certain things that you might put up with that I won't put up with, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have trust issues, I've already been there, done that. Mm-hmm. I can't deal with that.
And I'm very quick to tell you that I'm not your ex. Right. I don't play that shit.
Same.
Exactly. Like, I don't like play fighting.
We'll talk about them, but don't get it twisted.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not her.
And I don't like play fighting. I don't believe in all that, like, going through my phone shit. I don't believe in all that, like, you asking me where I'm at. Because look, we in a relationship. Understand, I do respect you, but I do respect me, and I also am a grown man. I'm never going to disrespect you, because in turn, if I disrespect you, I'm essentially disrespecting myself. Because when you get in a relationship with somebody, they're actually a reflection of you. Because people, we getting into these relationships and we thinking to ourselves like, oh, this person doesn't represent me. This person does represent you. When I see this person, this tells me what you like, who are you into, what makes your soul click. So you embarrassing this person tells me a little bit about the respect that you actually have for yourself. And that's something that we need to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I really had a question, is that family and relationships. How involved do you feel family should be?
I don't think they should be involved, quite frankly.
What do you mean?
For instance, like my personal experience, I had my mom try to get involved in one of my relationships one time. And this is my mother. Mm-hmm. And I was like, skirt. I love you, Mom. And I know you have the best intentions. And I know you love me too. But sometimes, even as a mother, you gotta watch your kids scrape their knees. I have to go through my own relationship problems on my own. And it hurt me to tell my own mother this. I was like, Mom, I kind of have a hard time taking relationship advice from you when you came out of a toxic relationship with my father. Ouch.
Yeah.
I know. Mm-hmm. And I saw the pain in her face, kind of like, she's right. And it's like, you're not going to take advice from a bum when you're trying to be a millionaire, right? So I'm not going to take relationship advice from someone that didn't have a successful marriage, a successful relationship. And it sucks. It sucks for me to say that, but at the same time, it's like, and even if you come from parents where they're still together and they do have a healthy relationship, okay, taking their advice, you can do that. But at the end of the day, they shouldn't be involved in your relationship because they're not with that person. You are.
Oh, I agree.
At the end of the day, you have to confront the problems in your relationship. Not mommy, not daddy, not your best friend, not nobody. This is two people in a relationship, not 3, 4, 5 individuals.
You know, and I feel like there's a boundary with family in a relationship. There is. Mm-hmm. You know, when I got married, my mom told me that I wasn't her immediate family no more. I was like, Mom, I'm your son. I'm your son. Mm-hmm. But she said, no, that's your wife is now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was preparing you mentally for that.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I learned that because the issue is that a family can actually stunt the growth of a relationship. Mm-hmm. Because if me and you get into an argument, you see what I'm saying? We live together.
Right.
But we get into an argument, you want to go straight and run to your mom. Mm-hmm. You want to run to your family house. Mm-hmm. They already know that you ain't here for no cordial visit. We got into it. Mm-hmm. And the issue is that we will forgive each other.
But they won't.
They will never. So now when when I come around,
they have a stank face.
Your family looking at me crazy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I ain't the one that you want to look at crazy.
Right.
You know, now I'm about to tear this family reunion
Now since you think I'm crazy, now I'm really going to show you crazy.
You know, and it's like,
and now we got all these different type of problems now. Mm-hmm. And it's a vicious cycle.
And what you think your family gonna tell you? You think your family, and this is the part right here where family can stunt the growth or they can help it grow. Mm-hmm. Because if we do get into an argument and you run to your mom and your family and say, for example, me and your sister don't like each other. Me and your brother don't like each other. Mm-hmm. First things out their mouth is leave them. Get out of there. It might have been a petty argument, but it blew out of proportion. And your family is now just fanning the fire, telling you to leave me. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or family could be like, hey, come on now, moment of transparency. You was wrong. Mm-hmm. You was wrong. Mm-hmm. Go back there. Go talk to your husband.
Or not even, why even pick sides? Just let me vent. Be objective. You know, because at the end of the day, like, have I been the ear to some of my friends and everything when they're venting about their significant other and everything like that? You being the ear for someone else, you need to practice being objective. You know, because everyone deserves the benefit of the doubt. And remember, there's two sides to a story. So your family is only hearing your side. Mm-hmm. And of course, their loyalty is going to be to you, not to me. Because to them, I ain't shit. Mm-hmm. They're not in a relationship with me. Mm-hmm. They're in a relationship with me off the strength of you.
Say that again.
They're only in a relationship with me off the strength of you.
Absolutely.
So once you and I are over, guess what? My relationship with them is over.
Yeah.
That's it.
My mom ain't about to be texting you on the holidays talking about like, hey, Shenny, you know, how you been? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
nah.
and that loyalty to you has to be acknowledged. And you are taking advantage of that loyalty and using it against me. That's what I see when my significant other chooses to go and vent to their family, knowing full well that the split second they do that, their family's gonna look at me crazy.
Absolutely. You know, and I'm a firm believer that.
And that's manipulation. Let's be real.
Absolutely. And I feel like our problems are our problems. You feel me?
That part.
Our problems ain't your mama problems. They ain't your dad problems. They ain't your family's problems. Me and you got our own issues to worry about. We got to figure out our own problems. We got to grow.
So now the question is, you know, because we all need to talk. We all need to vent and everything like that. So if I can't talk to you because we're arguing, right? Our arguments are to the point where, like, I'm stressed. I need to talk to someone.
You better go to your best friend.
So that's the point of not family.
Yeah, because I got to see them at the family reunion. I'm okay with hating your best friend. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
That ain't my friend.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I say that ain't my friend because if y'all go out or something like that, she gonna lie for you. Because I can assure you right now, my friends will lie for me. You see what I'm saying? And so go to your best friend.
I will neither deny nor confirm what my friends will do for me. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to.
They better lie.
I don't know who's gonna hear this.
They better go to the grave with it.
You feel me?
You see what I'm saying? They better go to the grave. I ain't. Look, I'm a child of the Lord.
Right.
All right. I ain't gonna be out here just doing anything. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you better go to the grave with it.
You know what's funny? I actually have a designated friend. A designated friend that if I die today, say after this podcast, I die tonight.
Right.
She's the only one that has access to my social media and my phone. Okay. Shout out to Monique.
You know,
that's my ride or die. We all have a ride or die.
and and it's good to have good friends. Though.
Right.
It really is. Because I mean, like, let's be frank here. Your friends are like your family. You see what I'm saying? Your friends gonna be there for a long time. And dealing with the problems that you face within your relationship, a good friend can actually help your relationship grow.
Right. Make it or break it.
Speaking of problems, though, see, one of the biggest issues that I feel like we face in relationships is that we address the problem, but we don't solve the problem.
No, say that again.
We address the problem, but we don't solve the problem. We might.
So what does that sound like? Is what I want to know.
And the scenario goes like, yeah. Say, for example, I went out with my friends. You hate the fact that I go out with my friends.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Whether that's a club, that's a bar, everything of that nature. You're not talking to me. First and foremost, I can't stand that. I do not like to be ignored. I don't like to be denied in that type of manner. You see what I'm saying? Like
That's my go-to.
Oh, I hate that.
See, like when I don't want to talk to you, like sometimes I just need that space.
And I
like
crave
I'm angry.
Space. I crave your space.
Which is fine. But sometimes, like this is one thing that my exes have had a hard time, like, understanding and whatnot. And the funny thing is that this is more common than not. I've had this conversation with so many other people that have the same problem. They get so angry or emotional that they literally get a lump on their throat, and it makes it really hard for them to speak. I'm one of those people.
I'm not. I will put that right into the universe. I'm a yeller. I'm a yeller. We can have a yelling match back and forth. We can scream back and forth because I feel like I can't bottle it up. I can't keep
do
it to
the
myself.
whole. And the funny thing is that I'm loud, like you said already. I'm loud and everything, but I shock people because of the way that I shut down. Like I shut down to the point where it's like I don't want to talk to you, and if you're screaming and yelling, like I'm gonna shut down even more, and I'm gonna probably piss you off even more.
Oh yeah, that'll drive me crazy.
Right. And the thing is that I'm not trying to. The only thing is that what a lot of people don't understand is when you're yelling and everything, that's intimidating. I'm a small person. Like, you over here hovering over me, screaming over me, like, no. And then on top of that, I come out of a household of domestic violence. So that already triggers me. You see what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because I grew up in a household where we did yell.
Mm-hmm.
We yelled at each other.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And that was how we conveyed the message.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll drive me crazy, to be honest with you, to be in the exact same house as you, to be around you, and you don't want me to be around you. Like, I walk in a room and you walk out of it. Because even though you're not saying anything, your energy is telling me everything. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we at war with each other. Like, it's a silent war. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to lose that battle because I can go probably like an hour, couple of hours. I could probably even go about like 3 days. But it drives me crazy to the point where I would rather be at work than to come back home to you, because I feel like as soon as I come home, that energy is so stagnant.
Mm-hmm. It's so thick. It's
It's
no,
like
I know that.
You cooking dinner and you won't even say that dinner's ready. You want me to make you a plate. You just make your plate and walk off. That would just break my heart. So I can't, like, we got to argue.
And see, it's funny that you see it like that. And for me, it's the complete opposite. Like, say if we're angry, we're not talking to each other, whatever, but you still, like, feed me. I'm like, oh, he still cares. Like, we're not in the best of terms, but damn, he's still looking out for me.
Or like
that's like looking at the same scenario, literally like completely different.
Like 6 and 9, like it's like a 6 to you is a 9 to me.
Yo.
Yeah. And like, or we laying in the same bed. You feel me? And you scoot away from me. Oh, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart, because it's like I would scoot closer to you, and then you would scoot away, and then I'll scoot closer, and then you would get up out of the bed and leave. That
and sleep in the couch.
Oh my God, that'll break my heart.
Because I'm so angry at you.
That breaks my heart. Because
I've actually done that.
It just shows like, damn, you that mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want me around you.
No, not right now.
But I want to be around you.
Okay, but you're being selfish, because I need my space. I need my boundary. Like, let me filter my emotions. Let me filter my thoughts. Because, like I said, that lump in the throat is serious. Like, I cannot talk to you right now. Even if I wanted to, I cannot talk to you. Plus, on top of that, I'm very deep on communication. Like, I want to be able to clearly convey what is going on with me. And if you don't give me that space, you don't give me that time to at least figure myself out, how can you understand me when I don't even understand myself right now? And
that's the thing, though, is that, like, the whole communication piece is that we bring the problem up, but we don't really sit down and actually solve the problem.
That's what I'm saying. So you over here chasing me around,
and I'm not ready to. I want to solve it.
Okay, but like, I can't solve it with you if I myself don't know what, like, I haven't even put my finger on it exactly. And because the problem is never the problem. You see, I have to go deep and really figure out the root of the problem.
And the thing is,
because maybe it's not that you went out with your friends that's the problem. It's maybe because you didn't tell me you were going, or maybe because we already have trust issues in the relationship, or maybe because I saw a text earlier from Fulana. It's like there's so many different factors. Why are you rolling your eyes though? Like,
why are you even in my phone? How are you even?
No. I'm not in your phone, because remember, phone could light up. And
as we move on to this different topic, one of the issues, and I feel like we address in the relationships, this lemon phrase, we don't even address it. We end up fucking it away. We get into an argument. We mad at each other. We have makeup sex. And then poof, I guess the problem is, it's the best because we ain't talked in forever.
Awesome. But I think it's the best because
our energies are reconnecting.
No. Well, yes. Sorry. I didn't mean to say no. Right after that. That's so rude. I'm so sorry.
No, you good.
But I think what it is, why makeup sex or even angry sex is the best, because we were already lacking intimacy. And when we have sex, is that intimacy that we were lacking. So really what it is having that sexual moment is us last resort. We couldn't figure out, like you said, we couldn't figure it out. We couldn't resolve it. Last resort. It's like a cheap way of finding that intimacy that we're lacking.
Because we're not talking, we're not speaking, And
we're not getting to it really deep down, getting vulnerable, getting transparent.
And then boom, all of a sudden the problem's gone. But the problem didn't disappear.
Right.
We just covered it up.
Swept it under the rug.
And unfortunately, though, the problem is kind of big. So, like, it's that lump up under the rug.
Right.
And then it ends up coming back out again. So, if we don't address that problem, that problem is going to keep coming up every single time. And we're just going to keep trying to, like, make up it away until we finally address it. And I mean, yeah, that's going to be an ugly moment for us. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a real transparent moment for us. Mm-hmm. But we have to nip this in the bud now. Or we're going to keep having this problem. Mm-hmm. I know. I'm really good. I know.
Mesmerized.
You know, and I mean, like, it's always languages, though. You know, like, don't you speak Spanish?
I do.
You know, and
I'm switching.
I know a little bit of Spanish here and there. Mm-hmm. But just like how we speak two different languages. Well, I mean, like, you speak two different languages. Yes. I only speak really one. Mm-hmm. But there's different love languages, just like what you said.
Right. But just as there's different love languages, we even speak a different language when we're arguing.
Absolutely.
And it's crazy to me how people don't know their love language. Do you know yours?
Absolutely.
What is it?
Is it that color? Red? Blue? I'm green.
I know you lying right now.
What?
I know you. Tell me you don't know your love languages.
I don't know my love language.
Okay, mine is physical affection.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a physical affection person then.
And quality time.
Am I quality time? Yeah.
And active service.
No, I don't need. You don't have to prove to me that you love me.
Well, it's not so much a prove, because people right away go into like prove. It's just more of like for instance, my mom's love language is also active service. Mm-hmm. So her and I, like, we speak the same love language in that aspect. That's why my mom and I, like, you know, we're dope together, right?
Oh yeah. I am active service because does that mean like in a manner of like, I don't know, you got to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I'm waking up at 4 just to spend that last hour with you.
That's quality time.
Okay, never mind.
That's quality time.
I'm not active service.
Active service is the same scenario. You wake up, but you make a cup of coffee for her. Mm. That's something I would do.
Really?
I would like wake up in the morning, make coffee or a smoothie or something really quick. You know what I mean? Depending on like, I don't know how quickly you get ready. So say if you get ready in 30 minutes, I'm going to make 30 minutes
worth of stuff.
Worth of, you know, breakfast or whatever, right? But the quickest thing obviously is coffee. I'll make coffee, kiss you goodbye, whatever. Drive safe, get home safely. Yeah, get home safely. Have a great day at work, and then go back to sleep. That's an active service. But my mom, the way that she shows her affection, her love, is that every time I move, she comes and helps me clean the old spot and the new spot. Mm. See what I'm saying? Like, that's an active service. So I know that I get my love language from her in that aspect. And the quality time, I get it from my father, because he wasn't around a whole lot, but when he was, he made sure it was quality. And that's why I'm as close and affectionate with my father. But I don't even know where the physical affection that comes from the lack of that I had when I was a kid. So because I didn't have a whole lot of it, now I'm like clingy.
Now, you know what's so crazy is that I'm very physically affectionate in the sense of like I'll adorn you with my love. I'll consume you with my love. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I'll smother you with my love. You know, and I want to be up under you. I want to be close by you. Mm-hmm. I want to know your scent. You know, to be honest with you, I'm a Joe. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a Joe. Yeah. But I'm just so infatuated with you. You know, and it's not in the sense of like I'm gonna stalk you, but I just can't get enough of you.
And you brought up something that I feel like needs to be said, and this is a PSA. There is a difference between clingy and needy. Mm-hmm. Like, I will cling onto you. I will. Don't care. Mm-hmm. Not apologetic at all. I have to have something touching you. Mm-hmm. My hand on your knee, on your shoulder, in the back of your neck when you're driving. Like, I've got to touch you. Holding hands, whatever. I don't care. You know? but I am not needy in the sense of like I cannot function without you because I can.
Absolutely. And you know, one of my toxic traits is that the moment that I feel like the energy is not right anymore, I'll leave. And that really comes back to my relationship with my father. Is that like when shit wasn't going good, he would just leave. And the moment that I feel like we not loved like we used to, fine, then it's over. You know, and I can separate just like that. I'm okay with just being alone because I don't want to be around you if it's just gonna be toxic. If you don't want me around you, if I can't be in the same room as you, and we just, you watching TV, I don't even care if you watching what you watching. I just want to be in the same room as you. But when it becomes a point where it's like me is too much, then I'm out, and I'll start withdrawing into the point where it's like the relationship will just dissolve itself.
But you know what's crazy? The beginning of that sentence was, you know what my toxic trait is. Do you know how many people are not even aware of their toxic trait?
Oh, I'm pretty sure a lot.
Right, yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
Hence
or
why
they
we're
do
doing
know
this.
and they don't want to talk about it.
Right. Mine, unfortunately, and I've gotten so much better at it, is being manipulative.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the silent treatment is a form of manipulation.
Exactly.
Yes.
That one, even though it's not my intention, it's like a physical thing that I feel. Maybe it's a psychological thing. Maybe like,
oh, that'll get me to act right. Yeah.
What?
The silent treatment, because that is so excruciating for me. That's like being on punishment. To be denied you. Oh yeah, you'll make me like get my shit together.
I would hope so. But yeah, like I've definitely gotten so much better at it. And the thing is that when you're a kid, there's so many like toxic traits that you're exposed to, but you are so innocent and so unaware that you're being exposed to these traits, right? That you're being manipulated, that you're being emotionally abused, that you're like, you don't know these things, right? And of course, you're a sponge. So what are you going to do?
You gonna pick it up?
Exactly. And it's not until somebody comes into your life and takes a stand for you and tells you to your face, yo, you are toxic. You are manipulative. Like when I was told that I was manipulative, I was like, okay. Like, no.
You know what's so crazy is that
No.
we were raised, and like if you come from like a broken home, if you come from like a divorced family, if you come from like something like that, you were probably raised by somebody that still hated your parent, that still had disdain for your parent. And now they're teaching you how to love when they didn't even properly heal. And when you don't properly heal, you end up bleeding. And sometimes you unwillingly bleed on
someone else. Exactly.
And then the worst part is as kids, our first love is our parents.
Right.
And depending on what was in the household, if there was no love in the household, if there was fighting in the household, then that's what we will tolerate in relationships.
Right.
That's what we will seek out in relationships. That's, if manipulation, if arguing back and forth, that's what we will display. That's what we will look for. And I hate this one.
Not taking responsibility, invalidating someone else's feelings. Like all of that. Like I really took responsibility.
Or breaking each other's stuff.
Oh,
that you break people's stuff?
No, that's a sensitive topic for me because my car got totaled.
Oh yeah. You know what's so crazy is that at one point when I was like younger, I used to be one of those people that used to like break stuff. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you can kind of tell based off of like my personality and stuff like that. Like,
right.
When I blow up, I blow up. And I used to like tear shit up. But that's not healthy. You know, and it took a long time for me to realize that like we breaking each other's stuff, we throwing stuff and stuff like that. So what we gonna do? We gonna buy it again?
No, see, my thing when I was younger, I would emotionally break you. I was a savage. Like, if my ex-husband were to hear this and just hear me talk right now, he would not recognize me. Like him and I, we have not spoken since we got divorced in 2012. And because it was just so, I was very toxic in that relationship because I busted his balls. I emasculated him. I was horrible. I was horrible.
I'm so glad that you grew.
I know.
You know,
Me too. I'm glad.
It's all about a healing thing.
It is. But I was also 18. I was literally that 18, 19-year-old that got married right before boot camp, right before joining the Navy. I was that person.
Me at 18, I'm breaking your stuff. I'm yelling. And I feel like I don't know how to show you that I love you or that I'm mad about this situation if I don't do these type of things. But then as I grown, I realized I was like, if you can't pick up on the way that I feel about this situation, if you can't pick up on the energy that's going on right now, then I'm out, man. I'm out. Because once the energy changes, this ain't it no more. Now, since we talking about exes, do you think that, first off, opposite sex friends, do you think that, like, you could, like, say, for example, we in a relationship.
Okay.
Can I have girls as friends?
Of course.
You know, that's weird.
Why?
Because I don't mind if you have boys as friends. I'm one thing for certain, I'm not insecure.
Right.
I'm not insecure.
Neither am I.
But I really don't believe in it.
What do you mean?
I don't believe that men and women can actually be legitimately friends as platonic.
Okay. I've definitely heard that opinion before, you know, and it comes from the sentiment of, and I've heard this from my exes, where they believe my guy friends are only friends with me because they want to fuck. Like, they're dudes. So, yeah, they're friends with you, whatever. But at one point, like, they wanted to fuck you. Maybe now they don't. But that thought was still there. And if the opportunity were to rise, that thought being in the back of their head now comes to the front of the head.
See.
So, now we got a problem.
100%. 100%.
Right. So is that basically your sentiment too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, and it doesn't come from a moment of transparency. I mean, like, not a moment of transparency, but a moment of insecurity. But what y'all got in common? What we doing here? What we doing here? You see what I'm saying? Like, if that's not your, like, if that's your sister's husband and y'all friends, I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
Childhood friend. I mean, but that's crazy though, because y'all been clicking for so long. Y'all probably are in a relationship. Like, y'all probably soulmates. But you with me, I don't know what he thinks.
Right.
You know, and it sounds insecure when I say it.
Right.
But I really just don't believe in it. I really just don't believe in it.
Okay.
And I can't even think I have any friends that are girls.
So my question is then, right? Because I'm trying to be in a hypothetical situation. Say we're in a relationship. You just said that to me. My next question would be, so what do you want me to do?
You want me to say cut him off? You want me to say it's not being his friend?
I just be authentic, be transparent. Hello. What we were talking about, open line of communication here. Because that's my thing. I want to know, because at the end of the day, if I really am committed to you and I see a future with you or forever with you, I don't want to put my relationship in a predicament where you don't feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
I may love my guy friends and whatever, but if they're my true guy friends, they're going to understand that my relationship comes first.
Absolutely.
So you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when I ask you, like, so what do you want me to do? This is your chance to, like, really tell me what's going to make you feel secure. You know, because that's what I'm supposed to do as your girl. I'm supposed to bring that.
You know, and I'm glad that you brought that up right there, because, and I'm glad that you actually just, like, really solved the problem for me right there. Is that if we are together, we soulmates, we click, we gonna be married, all of that, then it really doesn't even matter. You know, it doesn't even matter.
Right.
Because regardless of the situation, we're together.
Right.
I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Also, I will fuck him up first chance I get, if he even tries. Just offline.
See, these are like details I would want to hash out with my significant others. Like, okay, like, so what is okay and what is not okay? Like, for instance, you know, can I talk to him on the phone once a week? Is that too much?
No. And that's another thing. It's once like, that's just too insecure for me. Like, we ain't about to do the rules and stuff. If that's your friend before me, that's your friend. You see what I'm saying?
See how I set you up? Because based on what you answer, If you tell me like, yeah, only like once a month, oh, okay, you know
Yeah,
what? We're not gonna work out.
And that's manipulation. That's controlling. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, no. Now, friends with exes. See, I'm in the predicament where all my exes hate me, and I hate them.
I'm in a completely different predicament where, besides my ex-husband, all my exes I'm cool with. And
to be honest with you, I don't want to be their friends because we weren't friends when we hooked up. So why we friends now? What you about to tell me that me and my girl we look good together? Yeah, we do look good together. We look a lot better than with me and you. You're so like, petty. Like, why are you talking to me? You see what I'm saying? Like, and to be honest with you, I follow my exes online. Friends on Facebook, on Instagram, and stuff like that, because I want you to see how happy I am without you.
Ooh, okay.
I want you to see how we, yeah.
Oh, you one of those.
Yeah, I want you to see how happy I am without you.
Right.
You know, like, fuck you.
Well, see, my track record is different. So I left all my exes better than how I found them. So therefore, all of them, you know, it was all of my breakups, except, like I said, you know, my ex-husband. Like, with him, it was a nasty breakup. Everyone else, it was like we both knew it was over. And then there was a lot of love, there was a lot of respect, but it was just like one of those, like, you are not the one. Like, it's been great, it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun.
Oh, I like that.
You know?
You know, and just to switch gears a little bit, you know, like a real like big deal breaker for me is that the wrong type of competition within a relationship. I don't mind competing with you. I don't mind it. If we're in the same type of field career wise, I don't mind competing with you.
Is it friendly?
It's friendly competition. It should be friendly competition.
Hello.
I mean, I can be very competitive. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it gets to the point where you feel like as if like there's, oh, I need to be this, I need to be that, or I try to tell you about my day or something of that nature, and then you
gotta one up me.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Or you gotta attack me because you really think I'm your enemy.
You see what I'm saying? And the thing is that
I definitely have a problem with that.
Absolutely. And when
that is not okay.
When you do that, it makes me actually shut down with you because I can't confide within you. Because I feel like every time I try to confide within you, you feel like that this is your moment to one up me. I come home and I say, I had a long day. Oh, well, I'm tired too. I'm stressed. Well, I'm stressed too. I understand that. Okay. I will tell you about my day. You can tell me about your day. This isn't where we compare who had the worst day.
But what if, okay. But what if she says that not so much to one up you, or it's really because she's also stressed?
And it's a different way to say that. You know
what? You're right, because tone of voice and everything says it all.
You see what I'm
because
saying?
The way you just said, I'm stressed too. I'm tired too.
You could
try doing what I do. Like, really?
You're competing with me. You see what I'm saying? And granted, like, you know, I completely understand.
You know what, Bubby? I'm tired too. Hear the difference?
You see what I'm saying? Or man, I'm broke. Man, we broke as fuck.
Oh, yeah. we.
Cause and that's another thing is that when you're in a relationship, ain't no me no more. It's we. You see what I'm saying? We about to do this.
Yo, you really just triggered something for me too right now. My homegirl called me and she was like,
this is a really good episode.
She lost her job, right? And so she's telling me, like, because I used to do Lyft and Uber, and you know the whole rental car with Lyft. She wants me to give her the details and blah 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 blah, right? Okay. So I give her the heads up and all that, and she goes and shares with me that her boyfriend that she lives with literally asked her, "What are you gonna do about it? How are you going to pay your half of the rent?" I lost my mind because I was like, Mama, I love you, but I have to say this. And after I say it, you could take it however you want. You can let it go in one ear and out the other, because at the end of the day, it's your relationship. You know the ins and out of it.
Absolutely.
But based on what you just told me right now, I cannot ignore your comment. And I have to say that I personally cannot be with someone that sees me struggling and has the audacity to look me in my face and tell me, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah,
if that's the case, why am I with you?
You see what I'm saying?
I could do bad all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I could be broke by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I can be without a job by myself.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
There's going to be ups and downs in a relationship. There's going to be times where, like, I'm not going to be doing okay. I'm not going to be doing fine. Sometimes you're going to have to pick up my slack. And then life is a cycle. Next thing you know, it's going to be your turn. And then I got to hold you down.
You know, and we treat it like, you know, relationships fall apart because we think that we in the same boat. But you looking at the relationship like, well, your side of the boat is sinking, not mine.
Really?
We in the same boat. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I don't come up with my half of the rent, quote unquote, we both getting evicted.
Right. That part.
You see what I'm saying? You know, and everybody always says like relationships are 50-50. No, they're actually 100%. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I've always said that.
We in the same boat. Now, if you want to be on one side and I'm on one side, whatever. But if your side starts sinking, guess what? I'm going to sink too.
With you.
You see what I'm saying? If I'm paying the rent, then you bringing in the groceries. If I'm covering groceries, rent, then you doing the utilities. Why? Because we live in the exact same house. You see what I'm saying? Everybody always gets up in this fuss of we splitting the rent down the middle and stuff like that. If my job can't afford to pay the whole rent, then my job can't afford to pay the whole rent. You don't know my circumstances. But if we put together, that's the whole purpose, is that we come together. You see what I'm saying? We
become a team.
We act like damn quarterbacks, like they score all the points in the damn game. Like there ain't no line, there ain't no receivers, there ain't no running backs. No, that's not how this works. Relationships are a team.
And if you're not ready to be a team player, then don't join.
Absolutely.
Stay solo.
You know, I like this. This was a good episode. This was like definitely a good episode. So as we close the episode, like where can we follow you at?
At La Única Shenny.
How do you even spell that?
That's at LAUNICASHENNY. Which means, remember that whole bilingual?
Right.
The only Shenny.
The only Shenny.
Yes.
You know, and that's on YouTube and Instagram.
Yes, it is.
And once again, pay attention to the show notes because, you know, I'm going to put all that there. Right. You know, just a offline question. Your name's Shenny, right?
Oh my God, here we go. Yes,
you
Shenny.
Know, and it's crazy.
On my birth certificate, everything. All my government papers.
So you don't go by Shennifer?
I hate you right now.
Really?
I really hate you.
And just like that, another extraordinary left this ordinary mind. I hope you enjoyed this episode half as much as I enjoy making it. Lord. Stay tuned Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm out.
You just had to.